Yo, what's good, what's good? ET Ultra in the building. ET Ultra, White Lighter. Flames Bond, Big Meister. Yo, I love old television. Old television, bro. Yo, I love old television. You know what I watch? I watch The Twilight Zone. I watch Wanted Dead or Alive. I watch James Bond, Indiana Jones, Fathom. I watch The Mac. What else? Star Wars. I love old television. I love the way they talk. Like, one of my favorite things about old television, I love the way they talk, yo. I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I don't know how to just describe that shit. Like, when you watch something from the 60's, like a couple from the 60's, the way they argue compared to now, like, in present time, a bitch might say, nigga, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, you got a little dick. Nah, in the 60's, the way they argued, it was so dramatic, yo. Like, they didn't even curse like that back then. Like, now it's just constant swear words. But in the 60's, it's like, oh man, like, I Love Lucy, shit like that. You want to get out of here? Go ahead. Like, I don't know, like, I can't even mimic that shit because it's so old. I was born in 98. You never loved me. You pretended to love me. You think I don't love you? Get out of here. And don't you ever come back. I know what you're doing. You went that Johnny boy, aren't you? Well, good riddance. It's like, boom, pow, straight to the moon. Yo, the way they talk, I love that shit. Like, that's why my producer tag is like a 70's martial art movie. My producer tag. What is this? Go on, get him. That's my fucking tag on my beats. But like, Wanted Dead or Alive. I don't really watch I Love Lucy or nothing. I mean, Family Matters cool, and you know, Sanford and Son. And what else? You know, All in the Family. What else? The Twilight Zone. When I started watching the Twilight Zone, I was like, yo, they had a whole, like, series or show based on, like, the possibilities of the world. Like the Twilight Zone, they have episodes where there's time traveling, episodes where, damn, I used to watch it a lot. I'm trying to remember. They either have time traveling or they have like that episode Family Guy made a joke out of about the last man on Earth. You know, shit like that. Like the possibilities of the world we live in. We had a whole show about that in the 60's. Because what about today's TV? Now we got, there's plenty of bullshit out there. I remember when I was in, high school or something? Was that when I was in high school or middle school? I was a kid or a teenager. We had Uncle Grandpa. That shit was terrible, yo. What the hell? And then we had Gumball, The Amazing World of Gumball. My sister plays that show for her daughter. I don't even like that cartoon. The Amazing World of Gumball. It's not even funny. Like, I even like old, like the original Spider-Man animation and X-Men. Like even the way Spider-Man talked in like the 60s, 70s. It's just real interesting to me. Cause when I was a kid, when I was in like, what? When I was in like 5th grade, 2nd grade, something like that, I would watch old TV at my grandparents' house. I'm like, yo, this whack, yo. And then when I become an adult, I'm like, yo, this is like the greatest thing to happen to television. But when I was a kid, I was so focused on like the PlayStation and the SpongeBob, like everything else was whack. Or the Kids Next Door, even 2000s cartoons, those are good, yo. I mean, think about it, Family Guy getting worse. I have to watch Family Guy season 4 to laugh, or season 2, or season 5, whatever. If I watch season 17, like, it's entertaining, but it's not as funny as it used to be. Same thing with South Park, yo. If I watch South Park season 6 or 3, that's funny. Season 8. But if I watch South Park season 21, it's not funny. Or season 20, 22, it's not funny. Are they running out of jokes? Or should they just create something new? And then Wanted, Dead or Alive, that's just a bounty hunter. It's just an entire show based on a bounty hunter from the 60s or something. But the plot, the setting of the show is based in the early 1900s, 1800s. Was it segregation? It wasn't exactly during segregation. It was during the cowboy era, the cowboy Indian era, and the Mexican era. Where the cowboys, I don't know, how do I explain? Like they would have the Mexicans, drinking at the same bar as the cowboys and the bounty hunters. And then the Indians, they would be in another town because they ain't really mess with each other. I mean, obviously, when you look into history. But yo, like movies like Fathom, movies like James Bond, movies like Indiana Jones. I just love the way they sound, like the sound of their voice. Even what? Not Predator, what's that shit called? Rambo. Not the sound of Rambo. Sylvester Stallone, he sound crazy. But what's that other movie, like Lethal Weapon? Nah. I mean Die Hard, that's what I mean, Die Hard. Even movies like Die Hard, back in the day, a male actor had to be very strong, you feel me? He had to be very strong. But then they started making movies like Superbad, where the main characters are like weak-ass nerds, and Revenge of the Nerds and shit like that. Superbad is a great, amazing movie. And so is Drill Bit Taylor. But now we have movies where the main character is a weakling, like he can't even defend himself. And then the enemy or the antagonist, or is it protagonist? I always get those confused. I'm gonna just say the opponent. The opponent is the angry bully. Like the opponent is the alpha male. and the main character is a beta male. Even if I watch like a scene, not Twilight Zone, but Twilight, if I watch a scene of that, it's like, I don't know, the women used to eat that shit up. The women used to eat that shit up, the girls too. And when I watch it, I'm like, damn, girls are really attracted to this pale ass vampire. Like, oh, she can't choose between the freaking, like, yo, that nigga look like this, nigga. Like, that nigga the same color as this. That nigga pale, yo. Don't even get me started on the vampires and werewolves, yo. Niggas think that shit fiction. A lot of the shit they call fiction is in, like, the history books. They just call it fiction because you don't see it on a daily basis in reality. That's because they're hiding. I just turn it to a whole conspiracy shit again. Shit, I've seen video footage of a damn Tinkerbell or a fairy, whatever that shit is. I mean, yeah, it could be edited or it could be real. That's the thing about video nowadays. Like, if someone took a video or a picture in 2005, it was probably real, or 2002, it was probably real. But now we have deep fake, where now we have deep fake, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Instead of Photoshop, it's almost like it's video shop. You fucking edit the video so much, it looked like there's a talking tree on my left, and there's like Barack Obama on my right type shit, and there's like Beyonce on my lap or whatever. Like, that's how deep you can edit a video. Like, if I go like this, somebody could edit a damn freaking Joe Biden right here, yo. Freaking George Washington right here and shit. Someone could Photoshop my face and make me look like Brad Pitt. That's how crazy technology is becoming.